The first time I met my rich neighbor's son, he was standing shirtless in the middle of the cul-de-sac, surrounded by a crowd of teenagers filming him with their phones. He was breaking concrete patio blocks with his elbows and soaking up every second of the attention. "Black belt at 19, someone whispered beside me. The kid smiled as another block shattered. The crowd cheered. I simply picked up my mail and walked toward my house. That should have been the end of it. Instead, it was the beginning of a war neither of us expected. My name is Daniel Mercer. I was 52 years old, retired, quiet, and mostly ignored. People saw an ordinary man who lived alone in a modest house squeezed between million-dollar properties. They saw gray hair. A slight limp. Old pickup truck. Nothing special. That was exactly how I liked it. What they didn't know was that before retirement, I had spent 27 years in the military. The last 10 of those years were with Army Rangers. I had led men through places most people only saw on the evening news. I had survived firefights, ambushes, and situations where a single mistake meant death. After losing friends and carrying memories that still visited me at night, I retired and disappeared into a peaceful suburban neighborhood. I wanted silence. No competition. No proving anything. No violence. Just peace. Unfortunately, peace had a new neighbor. Richard Holloway. A real estate billionaire. His mansion looked like a luxury hotel. 3 stories. Private gym. Indoor pool. 6-car garage. And one spoiled son. Tyler Holloway. 19. Athletic. Talented. Arrogant. The kind of young man who believed being strong meant being superior. His father encouraged it. Every weekend expensive cars lined their driveway while guests watched Tyler demonstrate martial arts techniques in the backyard. The applause never stopped. Neither did Tyler's ego. At first, he barely noticed me. Then one afternoon he almost hit my truck. He came speeding around the corner in a bright red sports car. I slammed my brakes. He missed me by inches. The car stopped. Tyler climbed out laughing. "Relax, old man." "Old man." I looked at him calmly. "You should slow down. You should drive faster." His friends laughed. I simply drove away. Most people would have forgotten the exchange. Tyler didn't. A week later I was mowing my lawn when he walked across the street. "You served in the military, right?" I stopped the mower. "Years ago. My dad said you were some kind of soldier." "Something like that." He smirked. "I do mixed martial arts." "Good for you. State champion. Congratulations." His smile faded. I hadn't reacted the way he expected. "You know," he said, "I could probably take most military guys." I restarted the mower. Conversation over. He hated that. From that day forward, Tyler became obsessed. Every chance he got, he tried to impress me. Punching bags. Weightlifting. Karate demonstrations. Showing off. Each time I gave him the same response. Nothing. Apparently silence wounded his pride more than criticism ever could. Then came the barbecue. The entire neighborhood was invited to Richard Holloway's mansion. I almost declined. Unfortunately, my friend Linda convinced me to attend. "You never socialize." "I socialize." "You talk to your dog. He's an excellent listener." She laughed and dragged me anyway. The party was massive. Live music. Professional catering. Luxury cars everywhere. Tyler was the center of attention. Again. At some point a circle formed around him. People watched him spar with several martial arts students. He beat them easily. The crowd applauded. Then someone pointed at me. Daniel served in the army. Several heads turned. Tyler's eyes lit up. Like a predator spotting prey. Well, he announced loudly, maybe Daniel wants a friendly match. The crowd immediately became interested. I shook my head. No. Why not? Because I came here to eat barbecue. Laughter spread. Tyler forced a smile. Scared I'll embarrass you? The crowd went silent. Richard watched with amusement. I set down my drink. Son, I have socks older than you. The crowd laughed harder. Tyler's face turned red. Then prove it. No. You keep avoiding me. Because I'm not competing with a teenager. A few people nodded. Tyler clenched his jaw. You think you're better than me? No. I think you're young. The crowd laughed again. That was the worst thing I could have done. Not because it was cruel. Because it was true. The challenge had become personal. Over the next month, Tyler escalated. He posted workout videos online. Made comments whenever he saw me. Told people I was afraid. I ignored him. But something changed. The neighborhood started taking sides. Some believed Tyler. Others thought he was acting like a child. Then came the day everything exploded. A charity fair was being held in the community park. Hundreds attended. There were food stands, games, music, and exhibitions. One attraction featured local martial arts schools. Tyler was the star performer. I was helping set up chairs when I heard my name blasted through a microphone. Daniel Mercer. The crowd turned. Tyler stood on a raised platform. Grinning. Why don't you come show everyone what military training taught you? People began whispering. I felt every eye on me. Not interested. The microphone amplified Tyler's laugh. See? Some people laughed. Others looked uncomfortable. Tyler, I said calmly, leave it alone. Or what? The words echoed across the park. A dangerous silence followed. The kind of silence I recognized from years in combat. The moment before things went wrong. I walked toward the platform. Not angry. Just tired. Tyler mistook that for surrender. Finally. The crowd moved closer. Phones appeared everywhere. Richard stood near the front with a satisfied smile. I climbed onto the platform. Tyler bounced on his feet. Confident. Excited. Certain of victory. How about first to submit? I shook my head. No fight. Then why are you here? I looked directly at him. Because nobody ever taught you the difference between confidence and arrogance. The crowd murmured. Tyler's smile vanished. You think you can lecture me? No. I stepped closer. I think life eventually will. His face hardened. Fine. Before anyone could react, Tyler lunged. Fast. Explosive. Technically impressive. The crowd gasped. My body reacted before my mind finished processing. Years of training. Thousands of repetitions. Instinct. I stepped sideways. Tyler flew past. Lost balance. Hit the platform. Hard. The crowd erupted. Shock. Confusion. Tyler scrambled up, furious. He attacked again. A spinning kick. Beautiful technique. I moved 6 inches. That's all. 6 inches. The kick missed completely. His momentum carried him around. I gently pushed his shoulder. Nothing more. He stumbled and landed on one knee. Silence. Complete silence. Tyler stared at me. For the first time, uncertainty appeared in his eyes. Again, he growled. No. Again. No. The crowd watched. Tyler attacked anyway. Punch. Kick. Combination. Speed. Power. Talent. I avoided every strike. No punches. No kicks. No aggression. Just movement. Calm. Efficient. The same calm that had kept me alive in places far more dangerous than a community park. Within seconds Tyler was breathing heavily. I wasn't. Then he made a mistake. He charged recklessly. I caught his wrist. Turned slightly. Used his momentum. Tyler found himself flat on his back staring at the sky. I still hadn't thrown a single strike. The crowd was speechless. Richard's smile disappeared. Tyler looked up at me. Humiliated. Angry. Broken. I offered my hand. For several seconds he refused to take it. Then something changed. Maybe it was seeing hundreds of people watching. Maybe it was realizing strength wasn't what he thought it was. Slowly, he accepted. I pulled him up. The crowd began applauding. Not because someone had won. Because they had witnessed something unexpected. Restraint. Tyler looked at me. How? I smiled slightly. You practiced fighting. He frowned. I practiced surviving. For the first time since meeting him, he had no response. I stepped toward the microphone. I need everyone to understand something. The crowd quieted. Being dangerous isn't impressive. Nobody moved. What's impressive is having the ability to hurt someone and choosing not to. The silence deepened. Strength isn't about proving you're stronger. I glanced at Tyler. It's about not needing to. Nobody forgot those words. Least of all Tyler. The next morning there was a knock on my door. I opened it. Tyler stood outside. Alone. No audience. No camera. No friends. Just him. I owe you an apology. I studied him carefully. He seemed different. Smaller somehow. Not physically. Emotionally. I was a jerk. Yes. I thought being a champion meant I was unbeatable. It happens. He looked down. You could have embarrassed me. I didn't need to. Why? I smiled. Because someone once gave me the same lesson. For the first time, Tyler laughed. A genuine laugh. Not the arrogant one. The real one. Months passed. Something remarkable happened. Tyler changed. The showing off stopped. The challenges disappeared. The bragging faded. He still trained. Still competed. Still won tournaments. But now he carried himself differently. With humility. One evening we sat on my porch watching the sunset. Can I ask you something? He said. Sure. Were you really an Army Ranger? I nodded. How many men did you lead? I thought about old faces. Old friends. Memories. Enough. He smiled. That's the most military answer ever. Probably. We sat quietly for a moment. Then Tyler looked at me. You know, when I challenged you, I thought I was the strongest guy in the neighborhood. And now? He laughed. Now I know strength has nothing to do with belts. I nodded. That lesson will take you further than any black belt. Years later people still talked about that day at the park. Most remembered the teenager who challenged an old man and lost. But that wasn't what I remembered. I remembered the moment afterward. The handshake. The apology. The growth. Because victories don't change lives. Lessons do. And sometimes the strongest man in a fight isn't the one who wins. It's the one who never wanted the fight in the first place.